Okay, before you enter a deep somnambulistic trance, just close your eyes and I'll talk to you. Now with your eyes closed, you can hear the sound of my voice. And wherever you go in your mind, my voice can go with you. And my voice can take many forms. My voice can take the forms of other people, can take the forms of the wind, can take the forms of different sounds around you. And wherever you go in your mind, my voice can go with you. So before you enter a deep somnambulistic trance, I'd like you just to consider a few things. So firstly, just take a moment to consider the last time you were out in the countryside. A time when it was pleasant. It could be a recent memory or a long distant memory. And just take some time to think about that. Now, I don't know when you were last out in the countryside. I don't know what you saw. I don't know what you heard. I don't know what the feelings were like the last time you were out in the countryside. But as you continue to drift deeper and deeper into a somnambulistic trance, you can begin to get a sense of what that was like. And you know, it's so easy for you to enter a deep somnambulistic trance just with the count from 1 to 20. And on the count of 20, you will discover yourself in a deep somnambulistic trance. And I don't know how aware you'll be of the trance experience. I don't know whether you'll notice how deep in a trance you truly are, or whether you'll think you're in a lighter trance, or perhaps even think that you weren't in a trance at all. And in a deep somnambulistic trance, to anyone else you'll look fully awake, fully alert. Only people trained to recognize people in a deep somnambulistic trance would know that you're actually in a deep somnambulistic trance. And so before we move back to the countryside and continue with the experience of that memory of being in the country, just take a moment to think about what you would like to get out of this trance experience. You don't have to worry about the fact that you're doing that and the fact that that will deepen the trance experience even before the counting begins. But just take some time to think for a moment about what you would like to get out of this trance experience. when we sleep and dream at night, we live the dream. Whilst we're dreaming, the dream is real to us. Everything we see, everything we hear, everything we feel is totally real to us in a dream. And in a dream, everything is totally real. Yet on waking from a dream, we can quickly forget the dream. But in the dream, everything is totally real. And you only notice that you've been dreaming when you wake up. And in the dream, everything is totally real. And being in a deep somnambulistic trance is so much like being in a dream. And the way to use self-hypnosis is to tell yourself what you would like to achieve. You don't need to go into details or into how you would like to achieve that, because all that information is already in your mind. You just need to set yourself a reason for entering the trance, something you'd like your unconscious to work on. And then all you have to do is count with your eyes closed from 1 to 20 with the intention of being in a deep somnambulistic trance on the count of 20. And then you will remain in that deep somnambulistic trance for as long as is necessary, unless you have given yourself a signal for how long you would like to be in the trance for. So if you've told yourself that you'd like to be in the trance just for 5 minutes, it will just be for 5 minutes. If you've left it open-ended and you want to go into the trance for your unconscious to do a piece of work outside of that conscious awareness, then you'll be in trance for as long as is necessary. And all you have to do to go into a deep somnambulistic trance is count from 1 to 20 with your eyes closed, and with the intention of wanting to do that, to go into a trance. So thinking about the countryside, what is it you see when you look around you in the countryside? What are the sort of things that you notice? Now I'm going to be talking about the countryside at the same time as counting down into a trance. And I'll be counting from 1 to 20 as you go down into a trance. And as I count up from 1 to 20, you go down deeper and deeper. And the more I count up, the deeper down you go. One. And you can learn at the same time with my counting that you can count to yourself to enter a trance yourself in the future. And for practice, you can follow along to my counting. And then when you're comfortable and confident and it just happens all by itself, in the future you can count yourself into a trance, easily and effortlessly, just counting from 1 to 20, and then discovering yourself in a deep somnambulistic trance. And you don't have to know what's going to happen when you're in that trance. because your unconscious will do whatever it needs to do, whatever is appropriate, in the same way that you don't know what you're going to dream about. You don't know every specific detail of that dream world you're going to find yourself in. Your unconscious creates that for you. Yet, you can think about things as you fall asleep, and that can be the basis of your dreams. 2. So what sort of things do you see around you in the countryside? What does the sky look like? Is it a blue sky? Are there clouds? If there are clouds, are they moving slowly or quickly? 3. Are there trees or other greenery, or bushes or plants? And how do they move? Is there a breeze? If there's a breeze, can you feel it on your skin? 4. Deeper and deeper into a somnambulistic trance. And what does each footstep feel like as you walk through the countryside? And what does it feel like to be moving your arms as you walk through the countryside? And to be moving your head, looking around, looking here, looking there. And do you see any wildlife? 5. 6. And as you walk around the countryside, looking around you, taking in the sights and the sounds, I wonder what that kind of environment can stimulate in you. What kind of memories? You know, we can walk around in one situation and discover ourselves thinking about the past, about a pleasant experience in the past, something comfortable and pleasant and enjoyable. Perhaps a similar experience that went well and was fun. And you know, as a child walking around the countryside, what do you notice that an adult wouldn't notice? 7. Deeper and deeper. As a child, I wonder whether you notice trees to be climbed. Places you can use for hiding or for making dens. The games you can play. Perhaps you find a stick. And what can you use that stick for? What could that stick be? And a child's view on the world is so different to an adult's view. 8, 9, 10, that's it. And as you go deeper and deeper into a comfortable, somnambulistic hypnotic state, learning the whole time in your own unique way how you can count yourself into a somnambulistic trance in the future anytime you want. How far do places seem when you're a child? with your shorter legs. And remember that sense of curiosity and wonder at everything in the world, wanting to know everything. And as you enter a deep somnambulistic trance, I wonder how much you'll notice, and whether you'll notice how deep you go. I wonder whether the somnambulistic trance will feel like wakeful awareness, or whether it'll feel like a light trance or a medium trance, or perhaps even a deep trance. And you don't know what the trance is going to feel like until it happens. And you don't know how deep you're going to go until you've got there. Ten, 11, going deeper and deeper. 12, 13. And as you go deeper and deeper into a somnambulistic trance, you can be curious what it's going to be like when you come out of the trance. You don't yet know whether you're going to have a memory of the whole experience, or a memory of part of the experience, or no memory of the experience at all. And you know that that's a true statement, do you not? That you won't know whether you'll remember everything, some of it, or none of it at all. And your unconscious can decide that for you. Fourteen, 15, 16, 17, learning how to count from 1 to 20, to count yourself into a deep somnambulistic trance. And you know it's possible to stay in a deep somnambulistic trance for a short time, a medium time, or a long time. And you can take great pleasure in exploring your full capabilities with trance. You can take great pleasure of exploring all that you can do and achieve with trance. And everything that goes on in your mind when you're in that deep somnambulistic trance will seem so real to you, so real you will be in the middle of everything in that mind. You'll be in the middle of memories, whether past, present or future, whether real or imaginary. And it will be so real to you, like dreams are they not? 12, 13, 14. You know each number takes you deeper or lower into a trance. Every count going up takes you deeper. Every count going down makes it shallower. So you can count yourself out of trance from 20 down to 1 anytime you choose to. Just as you can count yourself into a trance 1 to 20 anytime you choose to. And you can learn how to count yourself halfway into trance by counting to 10. Or any other depth you choose. And you know, in a deep somnambulistic trance, you can function just like any normal person, yet you'll be in a deep somnambulistic trance. You can read, you can write, you can talk to people, you can do a whole range of ordinary everyday things. You can go through an entire day doing everything that you would normally do, yet when you come out of a trance at the end of the day, have no awareness of any of those things you did. You can go through a whole day in a trance doing every ordinary thing like you normally would do, and when you come out of a trance at the end of a day, you can come out and just remember the important bits from the day, bits that you need to be aware of. Or you can go into a trance, and when you come out of a trance, you can discover that you were pain-free for the whole duration of being in a trance. Or you can discover that you're incredibly creative in the trance. There's so many possibilities. You can be curious to discover what they all are. These are just some ideas to stimulate the kinds of things you can achieve with your trances when you count yourself in and out of them, easily and effortlessly. 15, 16, going deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper into a trance. 17, 18, nearly into a deep somnambulistic trance. Now don't go fully into a deep somnambulistic trance until the count of 20, and I don't know whether you'll go fully into a deep somnambulistic trance as I count to 20 or as you count to 20. Or just after the count of 20. 18, 19, and you really won't know what it feels like to be in a deep somnambulistic trance. And you won't know how to discover that you've been in a deep somnambulistic trance until you exit the trance. Or maybe you'll find a way of testing the trance that'll allow you to discover yourself in a deep somnambulistic trance. 20, in a deep somnambulistic trance now. And you can now remain in this deep trance, making all the necessary adjustments just to really fit yourself into it comfortably, in the same way that you can get a really wonderful item of clothing and you can put it on and you can get yourself comfortably into it, and then see yourself and think you look good in that comfortable, well-fitting clothing. And you can do whatever it is you want to do whilst you're in this trance. And you'll remain in this trance with your eyes open or your eyes closed, it doesn't really matter. You can remain in this trance, moving around or being stationary. You can remain in this trance in any way you want, and this trance can go even deeper and deeper, with spaces between words. It can go deeper and deeper with each out-breath you make. And you can maintain this trance in any way that you see fit. And all you have to do to bring yourself out of trance is count from 20 down to 1, and then you'll open your eyes and come out of a trance. And if your eyes were already open at that point, you'll just do a temporary extended blink, and you only have to count in your mind, and you'll do a temporary extended blink just to bring yourself out of trance. And you'll know, depending on what you've wanted to do in the trance, how much of the trance experience you remember and how much of it you forget. The most important thing is that you will have learned, and with each practice, you will master how to put yourself into a trance and how to bring yourself out of one, and how to remain in one that cannot be disturbed by anybody at all, that allow you to continue to function and do everything in everyday life, except in the trance. You'll be incredibly observant and receptive to incoming information that allows you to process things and respond so much more efficiently and better than just using the conscious mind, which can only handle a few bits of information at any one time, because you'll be operating purely as an unconscious being. Purely as an unconscious being.